Yani Madad. Good morning to the West Coast and good afternoon across Canada. My name is Leila Jaffer, and on behalf of Chai Studio, I'd like to welcome all of you to the beginner workshop of Kufic Calligraphy by Jalal Gilani. Let me start by explaining what Chai is. Chai is an initiative of the National Arts and Culture Portfolio, and it stands for Culture, Heritage, Arts, and Inclusion. Now, our instructor Jalal is both an artist and an art educator. He's been teaching for over 10 years, and his own works have been exhibited at over 20 galleries and shows. We're very fortunate to have an opportunity to learn from a master. Thank you, enjoy, and now over to you, Jalal.
Hi, my name is Jalal Gilani. Today I will talk about the art of Kufic calligraphy. By the end of this webinar, you will get enough information about how to compose and create Kufic scripts digitally, even if you don't know the Arabic, Urdu, and Persian language. I'm going to show you a simple steps that will help you to develop skills by practicing. To inspire you, let me share few of my most recent artwork of Kufic calligraphy. And I know you can do better. Let's take a quick look at what I'm going to share today. First, I'll give you enough information about tools and supplies. Second, I will talk about Kufic history briefly. Third, how to envision the Kufic script. And last, how to develop craft. Now, as far as tools and supplies, you need few graph papers. Of course, you need pencils and eraser. We will use graph papers for developing ideas and refining them. As far as history goes, sources credit Hazrat Ali ibn Talib, cousin and son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad and the first Imam of Shia, as a developer of Kufic script. Hazrat Maula Murtaza Ali became fourth Caliph in 656. He moved his capital from Medina to Kufa, where he spends the last 4 years writing Quranic verses artistically with aesthetic reflection, which today is known as Kufic calligraphy. Kufic script is a first artistic expression in Islam. It is an art form, reflects Islam as a faith and culture. It is characterized by minimal geometry, which based on straight horizontal and vertical lines. A Quran manuscript held by University of Birmingham has been placed among the oldest in the world. And this is what I have. This is a reproduction version of original handwritings, Quranic verses written by Maula Murtaza Ali. So according to these people, Imprint Limited, it was printed in UK, published by Imprint Publishing. According to them, these are original manuscript written by, calligraphed by Hazrat Ali. And it says here, Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib. Quranic verses calligraphed by Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib. So on one side there is a manuscript, on the other side there is a translation in Arabic, English and Urdu. Very interesting. So there are many evidence out there which leads first Quran may have written in Kufic style. Okay, now let's talk about how I can learn Kufic script and express my ideas, my feelings, my thoughts through Kufic calligraphy. Now the challenge is if someone doesn't know Arabic, Urdu or Persian, then it would may be difficult but not impossible to build skills. I have put together an easy step process of writing in Kufic style that will help master the techniques without learning those languages. Let's take a look. So the first thing is pick a word. So any word like happiness or love or let's say Kufic or peace. So first you pick a word in English, and then the second stage is, in this case, I'm going to pick peace. Now, next step is to change this word into Urdu, Arabic, or Persian. Now, you're going to say, hey, I don't know this language. So what you're going to do is Google it. Or you can contact someone in our community, a person who knows one of this language, and you can always find that person. So either you can do research how to change peace into Urdu or Arabic, and Google will tell you how to do that. So contact someone from our community and ask that person how to write peace in Urdu or Arabic. For example, the peace in Urdu is like this. It's called sukoon. It also written as shanti, right? It also written as salam, peace, or assalam. So there are many ways you can write peace in Urdu. So once you have these all words in front of you, then what you do is you pronounce each word loudly. You can say sukoon, shanti, salam, assalam. Once you go through this pronunciation, then you pick a word that you like it, that easy to pronounce, and also you like the texture of the word, how the word is written. So let's say I'm looking at the sukoon, shanti, salam, assalam, and I really like the way assalam pronounced, and I like the texture, the way assalam is written. I also like that. So I'm going to pick assalam for this exercise. So once you pick a word, then what you do, you break words into different sections. Now do not worry about what does it mean and which letters those are, so don't worry about those. So as-salam, so I'm going to break this. Then I'm going to break this into another section. So I'm going to just break it here and write it like this. And then I'll take this into another section. And then last the way. So I have now 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections of this one word salam. Then if I add everything together, then this becomes this. Now what I'm going to do, I will disregard all the curve that I see, because in Kufic script there is no curve like this. So everything either horizontal or vertical. So I'm going to make sure that to get rid of those curve and only keep, I'm going to keep horizontal and vertical line. So I'm going to start with this, and then again vertical, and then horizontal, then vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, continue with a little bit horizontal, then again vertical, then again vertical, then again horizontal, and then this is, I'm going to change into square like this, and this line I can do like this. So what I just did is I change as-salam into Kufic script. That's all. So this is the Kufic script. Now the second stage is I'm going to take graph paper. Let's say I'm going to start from here and I will go up to here. So this is my rough draft. Before I start working on computer or open up my designing application, I'll always work like this. So this is what? This is this. And then I will take another one and I'm going to start from here, and again I'll do the same thing here. Okay, and then I'll complete and I'll go 2 more section here like this, or I'll like 3 square, and I'll continue on that. And this time I'm going to add this vertical, a small vertical line like this. Then I'll continue again. So there are 1, 2. So I'm going to make sure that I will leave 2 space empty. So consistency is also important. So if I have 2 square gap, then I make sure that each time here I keep 2 square gap as well. And then I'll move forward again. So this goes here. So this 1, 2, 3, with again 2 square gap. And then I'll go up and I'll go make sure I go up to that high. So again, I'm just keeping consistency as far as the how high this should go. So this all are in the one line here. And then I'll do the same thing. I'm going to keep those 2. I'll go one up and I'll do another one. Okay, and then I'll continue, let's say up to here, and then I'll add another so 1 2 1 2, and I'm going to add another meme, and I'll continue up to here. So this, now here I have only one gap, so when I'm going to draw using vector editor, I make sure that I move this little bit one square towards left. So this is my rough design. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up Inkscape, the vector based editor, and I'll show you how we can apply this into the computer application. So as far as applications, I use Inkscape, and uh, Inkscape is a free open source application. Licenses are free, and I've been using for many years, and it works great. So if you like to use this application, you can go Google it, Inkscape, and here you can click and get some more informations, and you can download. And if you don't like this, then you can also use Adobe Illustrator if you have one. So what I'm going to do, I will open up my Inkscape application, and I will create a new file. So in this case, I already have opened up new file, so I'm not going to make it another one. So after you have file open, then what you do, you go to the document properties. I will make sure that everything is unchecked, and then I go to the grids. Here I have a couple of options. I will select this rectangular grid, and I will make it this visible. And here I will keep pixel, and I will make spacing about 20 pixels on each side, X and Y. So here I have 20, and here I have 20. That's all. And you don't have to worry about this and this, and that be all. And I'm going to close this. So, uh, and once you're done with this, now we're going to start, and we're going to transfer what we created on a graph paper. So before I do, for the reference, I'm going to write it down Assalam here, so I know how it was written originally. Okay, good enough. Is I'm going to use this square. So I'm going to start with the square, and I will focus on each square, and I'm going to draw a straight line. So this is the first alif. This is this. Okay, and then I will continue with this, and I will just make a duplicate, and then this will come out. Then I will make a few more duplicates here. I'm going to select everything. I will go and I will create a group. Now doing the group means now they're not going to be separate. So these are in one group. Now I have to add this meme here somewhere. And how I did it, let me check my drawing, how I did it. Okay, so for this, I'm going to make here, or I can go up to here, copy, paste, a lot of copy and paste, copy and paste. Now I'm going to ungroup this one again because I have to just move this line and copy and paste, and I will move this, and I'm going to add this one here. Now I like this, that low, and I'll go like this. So this is a salam. Now here there is a change because line starts, horizontal line starts from here. Now this is the alif. Now you have option, either you can keep alif like this, or I'm going to move it and I will create alif like this. And it's okay, it goes up to here. And I will group this together. Here, I go object, group, and now this is one group. Once you've done this, then there are a lot of things you can do. You can change color, different colors. You can even change color of each horizontal and vertical if you like. So I'm going to, just for the simplicity, I'm going to keep just one word, one color. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make a duplicate. I will create, let's say, a mirror image. So this is the mirror. Actually, this is the mirror. You can combine this actually. So it's up to you. At this point, you can play with this. So I get more room here to play with. Okay, now I'll copy, duplicate, and then I can bring more here. Then I can do, and then this one, I can decrease the color. It goes up to 50%. So here you can change the value of the colors. And that be all. Here I'm sharing a time lapse of one of my projects that I started last week of writing Salawat in Kufic script. In this clip, I'm only working on the first two words of the Salawat, Allahumma, recreating its structural forms and keep changing the composition of geometrical shapes to bring a static value that appeals to human eye. Is much like having fun with solving puzzles. It took me almost 2 hours, but at the end, it was all worth it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, Jalal. This is fascinating. And I'm going to turn this over to Anushka, who has been fielding the questions from our audience. So, Anushka, over to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that, Jalal. That was really great. Jalal, we got a few questions from the audience about when we lay this out on the graph paper or when we move around some of these words, does the meaning of the word change? So, for example, when you did it by hand, you tried a line here and you didn't like it, then you moved it vertically. Does that change the meaning of the word at all, or is that okay?
So, could you please tell me one more time? Sorry.
Sure. So when we did the piece word on paper, you tried a horizontal line, and then you felt like it might be better if we did it vertically, so you moved it, and you tried it, and you said, no, actually, I prefer it horizontally. When we make minor stylistic changes, does that change the meaning of the word at all?
So that's very tricky question. And yes, you sometime it does changes the name. So that's why I recommend after making those change, because this is like, especially if you are writing, taking something from the Quran, it's very important to double check with those who knows this language. But in this example, the meme doesn't make much different in assalam, in the peace, so meme should be fine. But yes, there are the words which needs to be written in a way it should be.
Okay. All right. And on that note, there was a question that the Quran is not originally written in Kufic script, is it?
Say it again.
Was the Quran originally written in Kufic script, or is that in?
So yes, so according to the historian, it was written in the script which we know today called Kufic, and it was written at that time. Maybe it wasn't called Kufic, but over the time, especially during the Abbasid Caliphate and after 10th century forward, it has given the name Kufic because it was originated from Kufa. And I'm not sure that this is the only script was written in the history, but as far as history takes us, there are the evidence that yes, this is the first artistic expressions, and the Quran was written in this script.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jalal. And there was one question about doing some more complicated words, such as, with the repeated words. And so some people were asking if you could cover that. Now, I know we don't have enough time, but is there somewhere they can contact you to discuss these further?
So I have, what I can do, I can put together a quick YouTube or something, how you guys can do that thing. And if someone can contact me and I can provide those informations. Now, this Kufic script is very hard to find in doing the Google or doing the search. So I can put together something. I really wanted to show that how you can do this thing, but somehow I had some challenges using that script today. But yeah, we can work with that.
All right. And I think the last couple questions we'll do is, are you able to restate the name of the book with the Hazrat Ali writing? I think there were a few questions here and on YouTube about that.
Oh, okay. So the book is, let me show you where is the book is called Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib. I'm sorry, Qurani ayats, calligraphed by Hazrat Ali. And it was published in UK. And that's the name of the book, Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib, Quranic verses calligraphed by Hazrat Ali.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for these questions, Jalal, and thank you so much for all your time today. I know we
Thank
had
you.
quite a few participants and lots of people seem to have enjoyed it. So thank you.